we don't very often talk immediately about things that are happening right now in the news. But this is such an important part of our world right now. We could not ignore it. We really could not. So, Tom, could you introduce our guest tonight, please?
That's right. Tonight we have a veteran of both Iraq and Afghanistan, 82nd Airborne Division veteran, Patrick Brandt.
Yes. Let's get that applaud up a little bit.
Let's get that applause
louder,
going for this man who is... Thank you, first of all, Patrick, for your service.
Thank you. Thank you, friends.
And thank you for being here tonight to talk about your experiences overseas, but also what it's like for you right now and
Sure.
other veterans as we have left Afghanistan.
Sure. Well, I guess to start out, give you all a bit of a timeline of my service. I was in the Army for 6 years, a little over 6 years, 2004 to 2010. So I guess at this point, I was kind of in on the early stages of the conflict. With Afghanistan specifically, I was there for about 13 months, from 2005 to 2006. My unit, the 82nd Division, we were sort of on a year-on, year-off rotation at that time, from going overseas and redeploying back to the States. So it was basically a year in Afghanistan, year home, year in Iraq, a year home, and then another year in Iraq. And that sort of finished off my career. And so, yeah, I would say definitely I've seen a lot of evolution of the face of this conflict in particular. Where we were, in 2004 with desert tan camouflage and green woodland camouflage equipment, because we didn't, they didn't have all of the desert camouflage, to, now where most of the war was fought, remotely with drone strikes, and yeah, it's been quite an interesting ride, I think, for everyone, especially folks back home. But yeah.
Again, appreciate your service. How did you decide to go into the service at all?
I would say it was probably adventurism over really anything else. Really over patriotism, personally. I graduated high school in 2004. I was a sophomore during 9/11. So as a kid looking for something that wasn't school, I hated school. I barely graduated high school. Looking for something, some action. The patriotic fervor that was sweeping America, at that time, 2002, 2003, I had a lot of support behind me, wanting to do what I did. And I didn't come from a military family. My mother didn't want me to join. She fully supported it and was very proud of me, but, we just weren't that type of family. But so I don't know, there was, like I said, a very patriotic as much as it was, if I say with an amount of shame, that I saw war as an opportunity to connect with something that I thought was real and that was visceral, that was a real test of my humanity, I guess, which, hindsight, that's a pretty naive and pretty privileged, I think, view of war that's reserved for Americans. But
shame? You used the word shame. Why is that?
Yeah, well, I think it was shame out of having such a self-centered view of warfare and like what it means. And I was just thinking it was like I said, I just thought it was like an adventure. I didn't consider the impact of being an occupational force in someone else's backyard. And I saw the conflict as very black and white, terrorist versus good guys, and good guys even being, people overseas, the local nationals that wanted our help, bringing freedom. I absolutely bought into all that, and now I'm an actor living in New York. I'm quite leftist, don't mind saying. So the 180 that I've taken, I think, has left a bit of, residual shame. I mean, I've forgiven myself, and I think we all, change and develop. I think that's what a lot of your show seems to center around. And so, but I can't help, the things that I was involved with had such a grave impact on other people. It's hard to, just kind of forgive and move on from that without some shame.
That's powerful, though, Patrick, to be able to acknowledge that and live with that as well.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that I am, for whatever reason, pretty okay talking, about this stuff. And I think maybe part of it is my more liberal upbringing, maybe. My more sort of in touch emotionally upbringing, maybe, than some of my veteran brothers and sisters. But for whatever reason, I really think it's important to sort of maybe objectively view my situation and objectively view my experience and try to bring like a truthful voice behind it, and one that sort of serves the larger community to get a better knowledge of actually what is in the mind of a foot soldier, that, and I don't know, and it's been a bit of a journey to be able to talk this frankly about it, without some traumatic responses, but I've been pretty successful in being able to navigate this, with the help of many other people. And so I do think it's a bit of a responsibility to be able to sort of share my voice about it when I can.
Well, I appreciate it. And we also have responsibility for others to share their voice, including our sponsors. And so with that in mind, let's take a commercial break. We'll come right back with Patrick. We've got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Stretch the kindness, rush with madness. Is it sadness or just a show?